So I've decided to record this last video using my AR avatar on my Samsung Galaxy phone. So anyway, I know it's been a while since I posted. I was supposed to post last week, but I did not. Anyway, so yeah, these avatars are cool and stuff, but this is the closest I could get to what I look like in real life. I even got like earrings and stuff, and I can't move my hands. I don't know why. But anyway, so as you can see, I'm in like outer space and stuff. But anyway, so where to start? Okay, so the last video I left off at was the whole thing when I first got abducted when I was a child. The second, if I can remember correctly, okay, so the second time that this happened, so it's summer. It's back home in California where I live, where I lived. That was also where I was born and raised. Moved out of California when I was 25, I want to say? 25. I think 25. It was like a little bit after my dad died. So anyway, sorry, I had something on my face, my actual face. So it was summer. I can't remember the year, but I was 24, I think, when this happened. So we'll start from the beginning. It was summer evening, and we were walking, and at this time I was still doing a lot of research. Like I said, I had started doing research when I was 16, and still doing research about, conspiracy theories and all that other, stuff, and aliens and things. And so how the story starts is true story. I'm with my ex at the time, and we live in an RV, which was cool, but not because it had mold, black mold in it. Yeah. Anyway, so it's evening. I think it's about maybe 10 o'clock at night. And we go to walk our dogs on this dirt trail that's next to our property, and we're walking him and stuff, and I had just did research to where like people who have been abducted talk about how before it happens they end up seeing like a white owl. Well, I'm walking and I look over, and there just so happened to be a white owl just perched on a tree staring at me, and I was like, what the... But I didn't... Red flags didn't go off, but they kind of did. And I was like, I'm gonna just ignore that. So it was also weird that it like flew off, and then it like went into like pitch black darkness. Not pitch black darkness, but you know how like when the lights are lit up, but you get further and there's no street light there, and it's kind of dark, but you could still see stuff. Like I could still see outlines of trees and things like that, but as soon as the owl went into it, it just like vanished into darkness. It was really, really weird. So that was the second red flag that I should have, noticed. So anyway, at the end of the night, hold on one sec, I'll have to pause the video. I'm at my job, so let me pause the video so dude can get and leave. Be right back. Okay, picking up back off. I guess he's taking his time. I don't know. So where was I? Oh yeah, so we decide to go back into the house, and everything. Long story short, we watch TV, eat dinner, and blah blah blah, go to bed. So I wake up, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta pee. But I look at my clock all the time whenever I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So, and it was 3:30 in the morning. So I go to the bathroom and I come back and I lay in bed and I'm trying to fall back to sleep because now I'm ready to get up and smoke a joint. But everybody's asleep, so I don't want to disturb anybody. We also have the dogs and stuff. I don't need them riled and stuff, so I'm just trying to go back to sleep. So I'm looking around the room and I see this being standing in the corner, in the left corner of my bedroom, next to my bedroom window. And I took a moment. I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing right now? And so to like make sure that I'm not just like seeing things, I look around the room, look back, it's still there. I look around the room, look back, it's still there, and I do it one more time, and I say he because I got the feeling it was a male. And I was like, oh shit, he's still there. Then I look over to my fiance, and then that's when it dawned on me in my head. You can't see me, but I'm pointing to my head right now. That is when it dawned on me that I couldn't hear anything. And you know how you're like in a silent room and you hear like a humming noise from the vibrations, from the frequencies just in the air? I didn't hear anything. Like, it was dead silent. Like, I don't know if you know what it feels like for time to stop, but that's exactly what happened. Time was frozen, and we were like suspended in this moment because he was by the dog's feet and they weren't barking. That's why it had dawned on me that this weird stuff was taking place. And so I looked at him, and his whole getup that he was wearing, he seemed to me to be somebody of a little bit importance because he was wearing like a cape, you know? And like usually people associate capes with people who have high standing in like the military. And it was all black. He had this really, I'm not gonna lie, dude's whole getup was dope. Had a black slick helmet. Like, you couldn't see anything in there, but I could tell there was somebody there. And so I looked at him and I was like, in my head, I was like, what do you want? And he picked up his hand, his arm, and motioned to me to come with him. And at that point, I freaked out a little bit, and I closed my eyes and I kept repeating to myself for him to just go away. And I could swear that I was only repeating that for maybe not even 10 seconds. And I opened my eyes, and I thought it was really weird because it was broad daylight outside. Like, the sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and I was like, what the fuck? So I look at my clock again. You'll never guess what time it was. I'll give you a moment to guess. Just guess. Give you a moment. You guessed? You think you're gonna be right? It was 5:30 in the morning. Why am I missing 2 hours of time? Because he took me against my will. That's why. So, yeah. So, that situation happened. That situation really got to me mentally. I'm still kind of very disturbed by it. It's like, but I'm handling the situation a lot better. But there was this moment, there's a moment, and we'll get to it. But we ended up moving to Jersey and stuff, and later on I ended up having a breakdown, and the guy that I was with at the time didn't believe anything I had to say, basically called me crazy, wanted me to stop just being emotional about the situation. And it was really crushing, because when you're with somebody, you want them to support you in anything that happens, and you can't tell me that this wasn't real, because this shit happened to me. It didn't happen to you, it happened to me. And it was just like really upsetting that happened. And that was also that was like the number one reason I broke up with him later on. A couple years later. I couldn't take it anymore. But, so that happened. So if anybody who is watching this has had this, not a similar situation, but an abduction or something where they know that they're missing some time, share your story with me in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And this is so like an unprofessional video, but you know, fuck it. I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna let it rip. But anyway, I'm still disturbed by it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end that here. And next week, hopefully, I will share another story of something that happened to me in my life again. I think I have about 5 or 6 more stories to share with you guys. So I guess this is going to be episode 2 of Creepy Encounters. Yeah. So remember to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. What was it? Oh yeah, video games and spooky stuff with Laura. With I almost said my real name. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and come back again. Yeah, I gotta work on remembering my title. Yeah.